So this is the final look. I am waiting to get on the highway, but this is the final look. It's cute. She's cute. I don't know where my Afro pick is. Very upset about that, but we move. Oh, and here's the bag, nice and packed, ready to go, as is your girl. All right, let's get to it.
5 shows made 3 million a week. You are now looking at the bestie elite. You are now looking at the bestie elite. You are now looking at the best.
Welcome back, besties. I'm Lola Shell, and together we're becoming the best, aka our best selves, this year and every year. And how else could I do that without leading by example? I am taking you to model with me today for a hotel client. So without further ado, grab your water and let's go. Okay, so if you're new to modeling, you might not know what I'm doing with all of this stuff inside of my bag. But this is my model bag. This is a whole kit that I have for all of my modeling jobs. That is my makeup bag. I have packed it with things that I need for this particular job. Now, even though this is a hotel job, this is for social/digital media. So I actually had to come hair and makeup ready. They did provide wardrobe, and of course they provided some amazing photo and video, but I needed to come prepared, all right? And that's what I'm always teaching my models inside of the Model University, which is a school which I've dedicated to sharing all of my modeling knowledge to. You need to have a model bag. Okay, now that model bag is going to shift based on the job that you're doing, but there are some basic necessities that you need. I don't know if you saw it, but I have a charger pack in there. I've got some undergarments in there. I've got different types of shoes based on what they required from us. Because even though they are providing wardrobe, shoes are very, very tricky. All right, so just in case they don't have a size that fits my feet, I should also have my own shoes. Now, you can't see what it is because it's in the bags, but there are a couple of flats. So just basic sandals, all neutral colors, some workout shoes that are all neutral, no big logos, which is normally a rule of thumb. And behind my makeup bag is just my purse. So now that we have that all out the way, let's get into the drive. So this is the final look. I am waiting to get on the highway, but this is the final look. It's cute. She's cute. I don't know where my Afro pick is. Very upset about that, but we move. Oh, and here's the bag, nice and packed, ready to go, as is your girl. All right, let's get to it. Now, while we are on this drive, I want to give you guys some really useful practical tips as models for things you should know how to do. Number 1, self-report, okay? How to get yourself to an actual job. Now, I moved out of Miami a few years ago to Broward County. So I'm about 45 minutes away with no traffic, but there's always traffic. So to self-report on time, I normally give myself in between an hour and a half to get to all of my jobs. As a model, you should do the same. If you live in a metropolitan area that has public transit, you still need to account for the trains not working, a bus being late, something breaking down, an accident on the highway. You need to be prepared because the client doesn't care. They are paying you for the time that they booked you for. And if you are late, that could be your first and last time doing that job. Not to mention either being sent home early with no pay or your pay being docked to begin with. All right, so that's just a rule of thumb of one of the very many things that you should probably know how to do as a model. The next thing you want to know how to actually do as a model is your own makeup. I know that my Afro pick wasn't in the picture, but I did get my hair together as well. How I was booked is how I came to set, okay? I did not go and install some braids that were knotless and down to my backside. I did not go and throw on a 32-inch bust down. I came with the look that they booked me on. They booked me with my Afro, and they booked me with like a natural makeup look. That is what I came to set with. And as a model, you need to know how to do that. This is why having your digitals is so important, so that when you are being considered for a job, 1, you have something that shows what you can look like without any additional help. And 2, so that if you do need to have makeup done, if you do need to have hair done, guess what? They know what you look like and how they're going to work with you. So knowing how to really come with hair and makeup done is a pro tip, but in all honesty, just really knowing how to make sure that you're showing up how you were booked. Now, this should come as no surprise, especially after seeing my model bag, but as you can see, they have a lot of wardrobe that was available. But as a model, you never know what is or is not going to fit. You never want to be uncomfortable, even though sometimes it can't be helped. But having your model bag is going to help you so much throughout your modeling journey, because if they don't have something, you do. If they didn't have a bra that fits you, you have a bra. If they didn't have underwear that was skin toned, you have underwear that's skin toned. If they don't have shoes that fit you, you have shoes that fit you. It might seem like you're doing more work than you need to be as a model, but I'd rather you guys be prepared and paid than sorry. Let's go to set. Okay, so today again we're shooting for the One Hotel. They have a new restaurant that they've brought back to life that we're shooting for. So there's like 6 to 8 of us for this particular project. The first portion of it we shot during the daytime. I love the dress that I was wearing, it was amazing. But this is what it's like when you're shooting on location. They have to work with the light, they have to work with the wind, they have to make sure that we're all, fitting into the scene. This is gonna be photo and video, aka stills and video. And they are first setting up for photo, and then they're letting video come in. So photo is key, but video will be added in. Now, once they got us nice and situated, which is why I stopped it, and then once we were in our right position, I went back to my position so you guys can actually see the actual shoot. We were just meant to engage with one another. So what you can't see is that next to all those bottles, there's food. There's food that they lay down. Technically, you can eat on set. You can't eat on every set, but, just, of course, be mindful. Sometimes the food sits out forever. And pro tip, get some BTS when you can and as you can, because this project took forever to come out. But you guys are seeing this on YouTube because I got BTS because, the team that we were working with we've worked together for a long time, so I was able to get BTS. Some of the people were like nervous to take photos, which is why you only saw her take one, but I'm recording this whole thing. And it's because it's a rule of thumb in the industry to never post before the client. So now that this project is out, you guys are seeing this BTS video. You're getting the insights. You're seeing what it's like to be on a set. You're seeing how you can get paid just to be yourself, to be in beautiful spaces, to be in beautiful places, to literally just be your best self. Okay, everybody who's on here, we have different age, different backgrounds, different ethnicities, different genders. There's 3 guys and 3 girls. Some of them come from modeling agencies. Some of them are self-represented / freelance. No matter the case, we are all being booked and paid to be here. We get amazing photos for our portfolio. We've gotten some amazing video for our social media accounts if we would like it, but we're getting paid. And that's another thing about it. This is what it looks like behind the scenes. So what you saw was us being shot, but now you get to see what the actual setup is. So as you can see, the advertising team is there. They normally have somebody who's a client who's there as well to give feedback. And then of course you have your photographer and your videographer. Now, whenever you're shooting on location, normally it's not live, but this was not the case. Okay, the restaurant was open. Okay, the restaurant was open. They were making money. Those are patrons, people who are actually, paying to eat there, and we have a whole setup. But normally it's not a live set, meaning if you're shooting for a boutique, normally the boutique's not open when you're shooting for it, or you're not in the place where people and customers are perusing. But as you can see, the setup here is nice. It was starting to get a little later in the day, so we had to, do a pause before we could resume the second portion of the shoot. More lights had to be brought in, and it turned into a night shoot, which I was not expecting. So on the next video, I'm actually going to walk through a couple of tips for shooting at night so that you can be prepared as a model. I think this was a great one to make sure that we all have equal footing on things to know how to do, things to expect when you're shooting on location. And I think from there, if you guys have any questions, please ask them in the comments. I'll be back with part 2 really, really soon. Talk to you soon. Bye.